Okay, we're going to make dual function tow mirrors for an 05 GMC Sierra. First you gotta pop the mirrors off.
The top one's a little trickier. It's really easy to break the tabs off on the other side of it. So just very carefully
Then you unhook turn signal and the heated element.
got a little bit of glue.
Hey, look at that.
All the tabs are still there, so that's cool. The other one, I broke one of them off.
Alright, so after you get the mirrors off, you can take a Phillips screwdriver and take the Phillips screws out. And this will expose all the wiring underneath.
Okay, there are two more wires, a plug, that go into these little clearance lights back here, so just make sure you pull that off first. And there you have it.
Alright.
The next step is to extend the mirror so you can take this upper cap off. Like so. You can use a little flathead screwdriver if you have one, or a razor knife, which is what I'm kind of using. Get up underneath these little tabs here. You can see the little indentions here, the teeth, and it exposes the wire harness underneath.
Now you get some wire.
This is 18 gauge.
Try and measure out a foot past the mirror itself.
I'll go with about that much. Okay. The next step is to run the new power wire through the mirror. And it's easier to start with the door section that mounts to the door. Right on through. And there you have it.
Okay, so unlike all the other videos out there that show you how to do this, they really don't give you a parts breakdown of what you need. We found out that you get 270 ohm, 2% half watt resistors. We got these from Micro Supply, I think it was,
Micro City.
or something like that, since Radio Shack is really no longer. And then we got a pack of 120 piece diode set. Now we're using the 1N4007s, and they actually work really well for what you need. So we'll get all that ready. What you're going to need is one resistor. You're going to need 2 of the diodes. And how this is going to work is you're going to take your 2 diodes, and you'll notice that there is a very silver or white stripe, and you want the white stripe facing towards wherever the current's going. So since the current's going to the LED itself, you want the white stripe facing the LED. What we're going to do is we're going to take both these, we're going to twist the tops together where the white stripes are. And next step, you're going to take your resistor. You're going to do the same thing to one of the sides, doesn't matter which side, of the diode itself. Fold that over. And you should have something that looks just like this. You got your 2 diodes and your resistor in line. Next step is to cut some wire and expose it and solder it all up.
So Chris here's got the diodes and the resistor together. He's just soldering everything together, making sure it's a good tight fit so nothing comes apart later on.
Alright, that's that.
And that's what it looks like when you're done.
Now as far as the resistors go, the higher the number of the resistor, the dimmer that the light's going to be. So if you go with the 270s, it's a good bright light, but it's not overpowering the turn signal itself. So that's why we went with the 270s. If you go with a 470 or higher, the light will be a lot dimmer to where you really won't see it when it's turned on. Now we just need to wire it into the mirror itself.
Okay.
Alright, so what you're going to do is, you'll see this plug right here that goes into the LED itself. Unplug that. Get some length here, that way we have some room to work. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to cut this blue wire, leaving enough length to where we can solder onto it. Strip some wire off of this one. Strip some wire off of this one. And then take a little more off that. Alright, so what you're going to do is the plug that goes into the LED itself is going to get placed on this side of our little diode setup. So it'll look just like this, where you have the diodes and then it goes into the plug itself. The next step will be the wire that originally went into this plug will then get soldered onto the side of the diode that does not have the resistor on there. So it'll look just like this. And this is the wire that originally goes to the mirror itself. Then from there, you'll take your new wire that you ran through the mirror, and you'll set that up on the side that has the resistor on it, just like this.